All right, this is lesson 5, and we're going to talk about finding perimeter and using a coordinate plane to draw something and to find the perimeter, and also to find the area. Okay, you can use a coordinate, use the coordinates of a figure to find its dimensions by finding the distance between 2 points. To find the distance between 2 points with the same x coordinates, subtract their y coordinates. To find the distance between 2 points with the same y coordinates, subtract their x coordinates. Okay, let's look at an example here. So you have this rectangle here, and we know that this is your x coordinate, this is your y coordinate, and we know that when you do something, you always have x, y. X comes first, y comes second, just like in the alphabet. X, Y, Z. Okay? So, A is 2 and 8. So the 2 is the x, and the 8 is the y. So it's right there. B is 7, 8. So 7, 8. C is 7, 5. And D is 2, 5. Okay, there's your 4 points. And you connect the dots, and you'll see the perimeter. So find the length of the horizontal lines. AB from here to here is 5 units. C to D is 5 units. B to C, which is the length, is 3. And A to D, which is the length, is 3. Then you add the length of each side. 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 equals 16 units. So rectangle ABCD has a perimeter of 16 units. All right, let's do another one. Now, we don't actually have the coordinates here. I mean, we have the coordinates, but not the graph. So, rectangle ABCD has vertices. These are the 4 points. 2, 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 4, 1. We're going to use the coordinates to find the length of each side and write a perimeter. So, AB, here's A, and here's B. I'm going to find the y coordinates, I subtract the x. Oh, I subtract the y coordinates first. Okay, so here's a y and here's a y. 5 minus 1 is 4 units. Then on C and D, I have 5 minus 1. That equals 4 units. And then the length, I have to subtract the x coordinates. 2 and 2. Let's see, it's A and D, A and D. So that's 4 and 2. That equals 2. And B and C, 4 and 2 equals 2. I'm going to add these together. 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 is 12 units. Okay. A little tricky. I'm going to see if I understand how to do this. Okay, so we want to find, let's do A here. We have E, F, G, H. And it's going to really help me to put these on a grid. It'll help me to figure out what I'm doing here. And so we have the smallest is 3, and the biggest is 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to make it one more. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if I have a little grid here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now E is 3 and 6. So 3 all the way up to 6. There's E. And then F is 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Okay, that's F. G is 7 and 8. 7, 8. And H is 7 and 6. Okay. And then I'm going to use blue to make my rectangle. Okay. Now we want to find the length of each side. How about I take E and F. E and F. I want to find the lengths. So to find the X, I'm going to subtract 6 from 8. 8 from 6 is 2. And then 8 from 6 equals 2 more. And then here I have 7 and 3 and 7 and 3. 7, 3, 7, and 3 equals 4 equals 4. So A, I'm going to say, is 2 plus 2, which is 4, plus 4 is 8, plus 4 more is 12. The perimeter is 12. All right. Now, I'm going to try and do B without putting it on the graph. Okay. So, I need to subtract things that aren't alike. So I have this 9 and 4. 9 and 4, oopsie. 9 and 4 equals 5. And then I have 9 and 4 equals 5. Then I have 8 and 1, 8 and 1. 8 minus 1, 8 minus 1. That equals 7, that equals 7. So this rectangle is going to be 5 plus 5, 7 plus 7. That's 10, 14. Add those together. It's going to be 28 as a perimeter. Not 28. I wish I could add. 10 plus 14 is 24. There we go. 24. All right. Let's look at another example. Each grid square on the zoo has a map. Map has a length of 200 feet. Find the total distance in feet around the zoo. When x coordinates are the same, subtract the y coordinates. When y coordinates are the same, subtract the x coordinates. Okay. So 0, the x coordinates are the same on this one. This x, 0, is the same as this x, 0. So you take 10 minus 0 equals 10. Let's see, this 10 is the same as this, so it's 7 minus 0. That is 7. From here to here, the 7s are the same, so it's 7. So it's 10 minus 7, which is 3. From here to here, the 7s are the same, so it's 11 minus 7, which is 4. And you keep going around there, and you keep getting these, and you get 42 units. Multiply by 200 feet to find the total distance. So it's 42 times 200. It's 8,400 feet. All right, let's see if we can do this one here. The coordinates on the vertices of a garden 0, 1, 0, 4, 8, 4, 8, 1. If each unit represents 12 inches, find the perimeter in inches of the garden. First of all, we want to find the differences between you have x and y. So the x here is the same, so now the y's are different, so it's 4 minus 1 equals 3. And right here, this one's different from this, so it's 4 minus 1 equals 3. Then on this one, it's 8 is different from this x, so it's 8 minus 0, and this x is different from this x, 8 minus 0 equals 8 equals 8. So my perimeter in units is 3 plus 3, 8 plus 8. 16 plus 6 is 22. And then, so it's 22 units. If each unit is 12 inches, then it's going to be 22 times 12. And that will get me 22 times 12 equals 264 inches. Okay? So you can never subtract a y and an x. You're always looking at the x's and the y's. So this x compared to this x compared to this x compared to this x. Okay? You compare the x's, you compare the y's. And that'll help you get the perimeter. Now, let's turn to area. You can find the area of a figure that has been drawn grid paper. You can find the area of a figure that has been drawn grid paper or graphed on coordinate plane. Okay, let's look at the example. Find the area of the figure in square units. The figure can be separated into a rectangular and trapezoid. Oh, so now we're just using the formulas. So if we do a line here, then right here we have a rectangle. Then right here we have a trapezoid, and we know the formulas, so let's find the trapezoid. Well, let's find the rectangle first. That's the easier one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So the area of the rectangle is 10. And then let's find the area of this trapezoid. 1/2 times the height is 2, and plus the base, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, or 7. So it's 1/2 times 2 times 7. And 2 times 7 is 14, times 1/2 equals 7. So that one is 7. And then if we do add them together, you have 10 plus 7, you get 17 square units. Alright, let's figure out the area of this one. And it is a parallelogram, so it's length times height. Length. No, it's base. Oh boy. Base. The area of a parallelogram is base times height. My base is 1, 2, 3, and my height is 1, 2, because that forms a right angle. So 2 times 3, the area equals 6 units squared. 6 units squared. All right, another example, and then we're going to do some guided problems. This one has the vertices 2, 5, 2, 8, and 5, 8. So it's going to form a triangle. Plot the points, which they did here. We have A, B, C. A is 2 and 5. Yep. B is 2 and 8, and C is 5 and 8. Okay. The height from point A to point B is 3 units. So this right here is 3. And the base from point B to C is 3 units. Okay. So if we want to find the area of it, it's base times height times a half, which that formula, you put that in. 3 times 3 is 9, times a half is 4.5. Okay. Let's graph this stuff right here and see if we can figure out what the area is of it. So A is 3, 3. I'm going to make this a little bigger. There we go. A is 3 and 3 right there. We'll call that A. B is 3 and 6. That's B. C is 5 and 6. 5 and 6. That's C. And D is 8 and 3. Okay, that's D. So what we have here is a trapezoid. And for a trapezoid, we know that it's the area of a trapezoid is the height times the base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. Okay, so let's fill in our numbers. What is the height of it? That's 1, 2, 3. The height is 3. Base 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 1, 2. And then divide that by 2. So I do my parentheses first. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 7 times 3 is 21 divided by 2. 21 divided by 2, that is 10 and a half. 10.5 units squared. Okay, I used my formula to figure it out. I graphed the points, and then I used my formula. Let's do some guided practice. Okay. We're going to use the coordinate planes to find the length of each side, and then we're going to find the perimeter. So we got to find the differences in the x's and the y's. So difference between 3 and 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. And then we have the difference between 7 minus 3 on this one is another 4. And it's not a comma, but we're going to add these together. Then let's do the y's. 5, this y and this y is 2. And this y and this y is another 2. So the area is 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 2 is 10, plus 2 more equals 12. 12 units. Okay? Let's come over here. Same thing on this one. Okay, let's look what the x's. 6 minus 3 is 3. I have 6 minus 3 equals 3. So there's my x's. Now let's do y's. This 7 and this 0. 7 minus 0 equals 7. And then this 7 minus this 0. 7 minus 0 equals 7. Add these up. That's 6. That's 14. Add those. Gets me a total of 20 units. That's the perimeter. Okay. Number 3. Okay, we have someone building a fence around a perimeter for her dog. And we have the coordinates 0, 0, 0, 10, 5, 10, 5, 0. Each grid square has a length of 100 feet. Find the amount of wire in feet needed for the fence. What is the shape of her yard? Okay. Now, I really want to, we're not gonna worry about number 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this up a little bit. And for me, I want to do a coordinate plane like this. And to find the shape, I see that I'm going to go by 5s. So I'm going to go, here's 0, 0, 0, it's right here. Then we have 5, 10, 15. Okay, let me move this up a little bit. There we go. 5, 10, 15. And then over here we have 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. So let me do the first one. 0 and 0 is right there. We'll call that A. 0 and 10. 0 and 10. Call that B. Then we have 5 and 10. 5 and 10. Call that C. And then D is 5 and 0. Okay, so it is a rectangle. And now we want to find we need to find the perimeter. If each grid square has the length of 100 feet, find the amount of wire in feet needed for the fence. So the perimeter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 units by 100. So we're going to need 600 feet of wire, and it is a rectangle. Okay. Oh, I did this one wrong. Because I should have done, I looked at the book and it says 3,000 feet, which is correct because what I have is I have 5 units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of those is 100. And then here I have 10. So I have 10, 20, and then another 5 here and another 5 here. So actually, in terms of units here, I hope this makes sense. I don't want to redo this video, but I have 5 units here. Each unit is 100. So there's 500 feet of wire. Here's 500 feet of wire. I have 10 here, so 10 times 100 is 1,000 feet of wire. And on this one, I need 1,000 feet of wire. So I don't need 600 feet. I need 3,000 feet of wire. Okay. I should have done it by ones because then I would have seen clearly my unit being each a foot. And then I would have seen the perimeter being 30. And it would be 30 times 100, which is 3,000. Okay? So that's kind of some guided problems there. The last one, sorry, I got a little confused. Was a little confusing. But hopefully you get kind of an understanding, starting to think about this. Independent practice. Go ahead and try that. See what you can do. And we'll keep working at it.